friends, Bendu here. I decided, since we are still in quarantine and such, I decided to kind of give myself a challenge of doing a speed run of one of my favorite Star Wars games, which is the first Knights of the Old Republic. Especially since Kyle Katarn is doing a bunch of playthroughs of his favorite games, I figured this would be the perfect opportunity for me to go through one of the favorites of mine. Unfortunately, I did start playing this speed run before, I started playing the game before I started recording it, so this is a little bit of a late start. So just to kind of recap, the first starter planet for this game, actually, I'm going to pause myself and go even a step back. So the Knights of the Old Republic, this game takes place way before all of the movies. It happens right after the huge Jedi and Mandalorian wars, so the Sith are also kind of like coming into their prime power. For a lot of you Revan fans, this is the prime storyline and game and introduction of Revan and that whole thing. So this takes an opportunity to really play with your decisions of being either light side or dark side, since it is also an RPG. Because this fact that this is also a speed run, I'm not going to follow all of the core side quests. I am gonna mostly just focus on the storyline, with the exception of doing a couple of things that I haven't really done before. Because I've played this game maybe 111 times, and I still find different storylines and still little side quests that I hadn't explored before that I'm getting the opportunity to now. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys. The first planet of which this game is going to start on was called Terrace, which was ultimately destroyed, which you and your companions then go to the Jedi planet of Tatooine, which you then fulfill all of your Jedi training, and you find the first of many star maps, which will lead you to a Sith weapon called the Star Forge. So the first planet that we will be on today is Tatooine. Alright, friends. So before we really get into anything, I just want to point out that obviously the dude wearing all red and having the red lightsaber is the key villain. His name is Darth Malak, former apprentice to Darth Revan, and the one that's really in charge of everything and really starting the shit throughout the universe. The amazing Jedi in front of him is Bastila Shan, who supposedly was the Jedi that killed Revan, and is also one of our second key characters throughout the game, and an assistant character slash key storyline character. But she's great. Depending on the gender that you choose for your character, she could be a potential love interest, just so you know. There will be spoilers, potentially, as I talk about things. Not key story spoilers, per se, but just hey, if you pay attention to this thing, or hey, this may be a spot where you're allowed to, this could be a key dark side spot, or a key, light side spot. But what I wanted to do real quick is just kind of circle through characters. For this particular playthrough, I am a female Jedi, and for the sake of the speedrun, I am playing it as a light alignment, or playing it generally as a character that I'm playing myself, literally, only as a female. So as you can see through the meter, you can be light side or dark side, like I was saying. Here's Bastila Shan, the lady who's really she's our Jedi partner for the most part. We got Bill Paxton here, who helped us escape the first planet during its destruction. Since I am a female, he is unfortunately the love interest that you can potentially fulfill or go through the storyline. This awesome dude, though, as you can see, he's a little bit more on the dark side meter, is Candace Orso. So give you an idea timeline-wise, in the Mandalorian show, when Din Djarin's Mandalorian's a creed, it's not a race. This game literally takes place when the Mandalorians were a race. This dude, Candace, is straight up completely Mandalorian. Another Jedi who's hanging out with us from this previous planet is Jahani, who, I don't know, I've never really played with her as a key party member in my group, so this playthrough, after the current planet that we are on, she is most likely going to be part of it, or like be one of my main party members, just to kind of see what her storylines are like. Again, I'm also female light side Jedi, and she got in trouble for having a previous relationship with another Padawan, so it's interesting. A lot of the storyline is more so focused around heterosexual couples, but I don't know. I'm curious to see if she makes a pass for me or not. But, yeah. So everyone, you get the option of changing their clothes, changing their sidearm, their weapons, belts, anything. It's literally like Star Wars Dungeons and Dragons. A lot of your key abilities are, just trying to see if I can find them real quick. I might have to wait for a level up screen to show you. But a lot of the skills and powers are all like D6 based and 20 based, and yeah, no, you have a lot of different opportunities for party members. As you can see, you have some droids that you can choose from. The middle box is a character that we will get on Kashyyyk when we later go there. Cough spoiler, I guess, because whatever. Literally, story-wise, we are trying to search for these star maps. And these star maps are on different planets of which we get to travel through the universe in this game for. So the first star map we found was on the Jedi planet Tatooine, where we, first learn that we're, force sensitive and get to do all of our training, etc., etc. So we get these different maps, and then one map per planet. So I'm currently on Tatooine, and hanging out with Bastila, because there is a lot of family drama that Bastila has on this planet, so I figured we would just get this planet out of the way. Not to mention, we get to see some Krayt dragons, and I really want to get a Krayt dragon to make my lightsaber a hell of a lot powerful. One thing that's really cool and handy about the level up system is the auto level up is very handy, but for the sake of showing you guys what it looks like, each skill set, it's literally like any sort of RPG. You can choose where you want to put the points in, you can change feats, all sorts of shit. A lot of the things, yeah, like I said, they're recommended, their auto level up is great. Let's see, so improved sniper shot, I like that one, but considering that Karth isn't my assassin at the moment, I'd rather give him multi-shot. That way he just shoots out as many blaster bullets as he can, because, yeah, he has a Sith Assassin pistol, and then his regular tricked-out blaster, which is, completely optimized. But as you can see, yeah, everything gives an attack modifier, everything tells you, what it's good against, not good against. There's difference of melees, double hands, etc., just like any other RPG. But yeah, it's just a really wonderful Swiss Army knife of a Star Wars game, and that's kind of why I just keep coming back to it. But like I said, we are currently on Tatooine, so a lot of you Star Wars fans would really recognize that we are on Anchorhead. So like I said, we have some current family drama with Bastila that we're needing to work through.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about my mother. It's strange to hear news after all this time. It's quite distracting. It's not that I look forward to seeing her. I just can't help but wonder what she wants. But perhaps we have better things to do.
Yeah. So throughout the game, I'll try to, I guess, not talk as much. But yeah, so like I was saying, you have a lot of options on what kind of alignments you are, and because depending on what your alignment is, it changes how your force powers play in, or rather how your force points play in. And then once we get into some battles, I'll show you everything. So currently, on one of the side missions that we're trying to do right now on Tatooine, Tusken Raiders are attacking Zerka Corporation people, so we're trying to get some moisture evaporators for the Tusken Raiders, that way they stop attacking people. Because I'm trying to not have a civil war happen. But again, if you're dark side, then you can totally make shit go off.
Mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen him. Just try to find her. I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
It's true, but we're gonna deal with some shit first. Got some gaffy sticks that we have to sell. And we got to talk to this Zerka Corporation chick about how we need some moisture evaporators.
Is this about bounties or something else? I see that, but do you have the all-important chief? Then I'll take. Yes, we're still waiting for you to return with it. We don't have, and I should remind you that you were not retained as a diplomatic representative. You were a hunter and should go after your prey as we agreed. You are not.
Bitch, they are people. I am not here to hunt people.
Do so and don't talk of this foolishness again. Very well, though I do have work to get back. Farewell.
So that didn't go great. Yeah, see, this dude knows up. Yeah, no. Cool. Now we're gonna walk around the dune desert. Fuck that bitch. Wanting us to hunt people. So yeah, so now we got our moisture evaporators to give to the sand people. But we have to talk to Basila's mom. But yeah, I love this game. There's so much small detail. There's little Jawas everywhere. Yeah, there's so much detail. And this game came out in like the fucking early 2000s. It's so classic.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. Don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Master.
Oh no.
That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
I mean, that top hand's just pretty solid.
Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Sweet things, you say. Well, perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me.
Fact, Indiana Jones.
What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for Krayt dragon birds.
Krayt dragons!
The Tatooine desert, and he died. How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced... Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a Krayt dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is.
What's unfortunate is how I'm standing in between them. It's like Basil and their mom are talking, and I'm just standing there right in the left. I mean, all of these are very valid questions.
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron.
It's the kind of response I would expect.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry. Back already?
Yeah, no, we're gonna try to... Oh, fine, okay, whatever.
Go find...
There's ways that you're able to, like, make the conversation play different ways.
About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing. We have more important things to do. Still, my father is dead. Just because we find the holocron doesn't mean I have to give it to her. Father recorded all his personal thoughts in that holocron, even when I knew him. Having it would be like having him with you. I don't see why she deserves it, however. She drove him to his death. I loved him, and I didn't even have a chance to say goodbye. I don't know. Part of me would keep it just so she would... I would have thought, please, let's just keep going. How can I help? About my mother? I told you that my mother and I never got along. Obviously, that has not changed. And now Father is dead. That leaves a hurt inside you just can't imagine. I haven't seen him in so long. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Thanks, Bill Paxton. So yeah, we're just gonna jump straight back into the shit. So we have our moisture evaporators, we have all of our side quests. So now we're gonna go back into the desert, maybe get into some fights. Or as Anakin would say, this is where the fun begins.
Good hunting out there.
Look at that desert. There's a lot of running in this game, but I feel like that kind of is the case with any sort of RPG. Yeah, we gotta deliver these moisture evaporators first before we do anything else. Those cute banthas. Look at those cute banthas. Let's say hello. Hi, bantha. No, turn around. I want to see your face. Yeah. Oh, you're so cute. Let's go check out the corpse. Don't care about the mine. Ooh. Ooh. Corpse. Nothing. Alright, hold on. I got my translator.
HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
God, this dude's hilarious.
Query. Don't I? I was under the assumption that organic meatbags such as yourself enjoyed such forms of address. Retraction. Did I say that out loud? I apologize, Master. While you are a meatbag, I suppose I should not call you such. Amendment. Then I will endeavor not to refer to you by your meatbag status in the future, Master. Does that suffice? Observation. Organics have no sense of persistence. Ignore that, Master. Obeying original command.
Fucking love this dude.
Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us.
Obviously.
Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do. Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators. Translation. Translation. He says that he has made his offer and there will be no further negotiation, Master. Deliver the evaporators or face death. Shall I blast him now?
Obviously, light side, dark side, opportunity, you know, so.
Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask. Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the Eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way. Translation. His people found it, but didn't scavenge it because a Krayt dragon took up residence in the excavation.
Yes!
Protocol. We should not keep him long. It is a protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that is much of a worry.
Just because I'm super curious.
Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories. Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales. Translation. Translation. He doesn't know, Master. His people usually kill outsiders. Since you are an outsider yourself, that would not suffice. Translation. The greatest challenge for a warrior is to face a Krayt dragon, the largest predator on Tatooine. Fight one of those, and bring back a dragon pearl. Discussed. I think he's making fun of you, Master. He doesn't believe an outsider could do such a thing.
Okay, see, I don't want to give him this. I don't want to give the storyteller a pearl. Man, I don't know. This is tricky. This is tricky because later on, after we fight the dragon, it'll give us the option if we want 1 pearl or 2 pearls, and I really need a pearl for my lightsaber. But if I take both pearls, that's kind of a dark side thing. But I think we might have to do that anyway. But I haven't done this storyline, so I think I'm going to get the Krayt Dragon Pearl, give it to the storyteller, and see what happens, because I'm down to learn some Tusken Raider history.
Translation. Translation. He says there is a dragon in the Eastern Dune Sea that you could sacrifice yourself to. You already have a map to the area. Translation. There is a hunter, a Twi'lek, that is sometimes seen out there. Perhaps he would be of some help. Translation. Translation. He says that the fact that you have to ask, this is just one more example of your ignorance as an outsider, Master. He says you are blind. Translation. His people believe they are part of the land, living with it. You and your kind dare to raise yourself above it. You remove yourself. Translation. That act of removal makes you an outsider, separate from all that is important. You could never understand how unwelcome you are. Translation.
This is some Fern Gully shit.
Translation. Connection to the soil must be made through flesh. A sacred animal is the only external tool to be used.
Not here to be a smartass.
Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
We're not dark side. We're not being dark side right now. Now, I did tell that little Jawa that we would seek his missing comrades. And that's what we're gonna do. Found him. I mean, the top one is very true. But they will leave. Okay. Okay. Well, you know where they are. Let's get the speed run underway. Okay, before we get into this battle, I know for a fact that I'm going to have to make some dark side choices, so because of the fact that I don't want to hear a lecture about it, I'm going to remove Basila and add our other Jedi friends here. Which is fine, because we also need to update some of her stuff. Cool. She's all up to date. Solid.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating. They were so very alive, so full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic. Those Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods. I know that. I was using poetic license. But those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long. The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations. Of course it was. They took their frustrations and hate out on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that. Don't you see? The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. And
Nah,
it
dude.
will lead to the dark side. And I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for. But you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this. How may I be of assistance? What is... Of course.
Alright. Where am I going? I'm actually also gonna... Bendu, what do you have against droids? They use repair kits. They don't use health kits, which also means that force cure for my Jedis don't do shit for droids. So if I'm gonna constantly have a party member that dies, I'm not down.
Your wish?
G-Pics are so cool. Look at them. I want to pet it. Pet it. Yeah.
I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
Dude just went insane. You can kind of look at it. It's sleeping in that big-ass cave. It's really cute. I'm really sad that we have to kill it, but it's purely for the sake of storyline. I'm also for sure killing this dude. Look at that landscape. Look at that Tatooine landscape. Alright, friends, this is going to be a perfect example of combat. But yeah, everything's turn-based. So it's not just like button mashing. Where you at?
How may I be able? Of course. Yes.
So cool. Okay, so fun fact about A New Hope. Krayt Dragon is what that giant skeleton that you see buried in the desert with C-3PO and R2-D2. It's just pretty much a ginormous Komodo dragon. Just literally just beautiful creature. We just fucking killed it. Which is why I'm gonna kill this dude and steal his fucking pearl. Yep.
After all this Hunter has done to help us, you turn on him. This is a disgusting display.
We Mandalorians believe in loyalty to our brothers in arms. You have allied yourself to this Hunter. Betraying him now is disgraceful.
Yeah, but the pearl. I really want the pearl. Yeah, I know, dark side. Whatever. I'm gonna electrocute you. And what did we kill him for? For a Krayt Dragon Pearl. We're gonna put that in our lightsaber and make it super fucking strong. But also, fuck that guy, because look at this thing. He killed this. He killed this beautiful creature. Look how large it is. Be one with the Force. Okay, so I'm gonna leave real quick before we do anything more storyline based. One, because I want to put the Krayt Dragon in my, or the Krayt Pearl in my lightsaber, and two, I need to switch party members, which I'm not able to do out here, too far away from my ship. Hey friends, so I wanted to show real quick just kind of what the lightsaber customization is like. So as you can see, so I have my double blade, which says equipped at the moment. So we're just going to hit upgrade on them. So you can see you get to change your color if you want. At the moment I just have blue, yellow, and reds because I have the other colors elsewhere. And then with said items or crystals, you can swap out whichever crystals you like for what. So as you can see for this one, it gives an extra 1d6 damage to the lightsaber itself. God, the Krayt Dragon Pearl is just like amazing though. Attack bonus 3, energy 2. It's just fantastic. So what we're going to do real quick is just see which crystal combo is the greater one at the moment. Beautiful. So yeah, we are going with these ones. Nah. Cool. We'll get more colors and stuff later. So you do have the ability to moderately fast travel, but yeah, it's just a half. It's just a half fast travel. Alright, I want my other pearl, and we need to get the star map. So this would be our second star map found thus far. Just did not record the first star map. And there's our second pearl. Jedi Master Robes. You know what that means. Update our shit. now I'm even more of an airbender. So yeah, because of that one dark side choice, it makes me more of a neutral Jedi. And I think if I can continue the entire playthrough of the game as a gray Jedi, I will consider that a win. But look how cool that is. Super traditional. I love it. And a purple lightsaber crystal.
How can I help? About my... Do you think I should? That would just lead to another argument. I always despise talking to her. I'll think about it. I should try and remember my training. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Too bad. We're gonna keep talking about it. We're gonna beat it till it's dead horse.
Do you think I should? I would like to keep something to remember Father as much as she would. I'll think about it. I should try and remember my training. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Fine, whatever.
Yes, what's on your mind?
All of my awesome new Jedi shit and fucking lightsaber crystals and fucking
Yes, what's on your mind?
star map. Leave me alone. Dumbass.
Anyone else get the feeling that finding this star map in the back of this Krayt Dragon's cave is more than just a coincidence?
The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The Krayt dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power, only to be enslaved by it.
Call him! Call him! Shoop the whoop.
What?
Oh, what is this skulldickery?
I have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase, but nobody gets away from Calo Nord in the end. You got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and gruesome death. But I promise you, the Sith won't be getting in my way this time.
Suck a dick.
Let's go, boys. It's showtime.
my doubts as to whether she's actually sick. Mother used to lie about many things to get her way. She's a selfish woman who pushed my father into doing what she wished. Yes, I thought I'd let go of that anger. All my training and it comes back so quickly. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, got
Yes, what's on your mind?
bodies to scavenge.
I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Terrace. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important. It's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league. Because this is more important. This may really finally make a difference. I suppose even if I can't figure out everything that's going on, I still want to help if I can. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside, haven't I?
See, like, I wish I could be a Night Sister. Like, I'm annoyed that my only options were just, like, they're all human. You either get to be a white chick or a person of color. And I'm totally cool with being a person of color. I'd just rather be an alien, which I give Battlefront all the highest credits in the world for being able to be.
Done. Let's get underway then, shall we, partner? Yes, what's on your mind?
Scavenging bodies. Look at that shit. Battle armor, Mandalorian heavy pistol. See, that's what we fucking want. Not for me. I don't use guns. But this dude... Let's take a gander. Yeah, look at that. Upgrade. At least one of them. We're still gonna give him his pistol. Because I think everyone just feels better when they have their title weapon. Yeah, too good. Done. Smexy.
Yes?
That's my dude. Alright, let's go. We have to give this holocron back. Well, I guess theoretically I have to show the Krayt Dragon Pearl to the Tusken chieftain, or the Tusken storyteller, to be considered a true warrior. And then the Sand people have to leave, and then we have to save those Jawas. All the side missions. Wrong way. You can hear bugs that's how detailed it is. It's like Westworld in the background. I don't give a shit. Oh, truth.
Ready. Query. Clarification. We must be more specific, Matt. Translation. Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish. Protocol. We should not keep him long. It is an insult to take too much of his time. Unless the plan is to blast him when you are done, of course. Protocol. Translation. Translation. You have been told that to be considered worthy of hearing the histories, you... Translation. He says the discussion is closed until you fulfill this condition. Translation. Translation. He is stupefied, Master. He never thought you could return with such an item. Such a thing has not been done in many years. Translation. He will allow you to meet the storyteller, but also gives a warning. If you dare to repeat the histories incorrectly, you will be killed. Translation. The storyteller will be summoned to one of the rooms here in the Enclave. He seems to think this is a great honor for you, Master.
See, this is cool. I've never done this part before. Which means, like, you can play this game 112, 111 times and still find stuff you've never done.
Translation. Translation.
Hold up, did we lose the second pearl? Just check in here real quick. We did. See, now I'm just tempted to kill everyone. But oh well. I'll be nice. Gotta go find these Jawas again, tell them that they can peace out. Yeah, just wanted to point this out. Here, there are indeed sand people women. Which, I mean, I guess we obviously know that since Attack of the Clones, but whatever. Where's the storyteller? Oh, there we go.
Translation. He identifies himself as the storyteller, Master. He has been told of your warrior skills and will speak the history to you. Translation. Translation. There is only one accepted history, passed orally to each successive generation. Translation. A book or datapad can be taken away, cheapening the value of what it contains. But to commit it to paper or storage is to remove it from the people. Translation. Translation. You may choose to hear the history, or you may choose not to. Their history is a single entity that cannot be partitioned. Translation. The only exception is in continuing the tales once they have begun. If you leave, when you return, he will continue from where he left off. Translation. Translation. It begins with the ancient times. They were not sand people, for there was no sand. The land was green with life, and they walked without wrappings. Translation. Though the land was beautiful, they lived apart from the land. They built their walls high and saw beyond the horizon. They dared to reach the stars. Translation. There are no words for how long ago this was. It was before the outsiders, before the abduction, before the cities fell, before the builders. Cautionary. I should warn you, Master, that any questioning of their interpretation may be seen as trying to change the meaning of clarification. They may consider this to be speaking the words in error, a blasphemy they would attempt to kill you for. Clarification. It would appear that they once had a thriving technologically advanced society, but were wiped out by a much more sophisticated alien species.
Ha, they're humans. This is Earth.
Translation. Translation. He only understands the builders as an iconic force meant to test the resolve of his people. He is not making sense, Master. Clarification. They claim their stories are repeated unchanged, but they have demonized the builders. In their minds, they wreaked such havoc they could not possibly be flesh and blood. Cautionary. Master, this line of questioning may be interpreted as attempting to change the... Translation. Cautionary. As expected, he is claiming you have committed blasphemy. Warming blasters.
No! It's not...
Clarification. We must be more specific Translation. Translation. Protocol. Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. Translation. 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 He says the discussion is closed and... Translation. Translation. He is stupefied, Master. Translation. He will allow you to meet the storyteller, but also gives a warning. If you dare to repeat the histories incorrectly, you will be killed. Translation. The storyteller will be summoned to one of the rooms here in the Enclave. He seems to think this is a great honor for you, Master. Translation. Translation.
So we lost our pearl, which sucks. But we're about to learn some history that only I really wanted to know about. So, have fun.
Translation. He identifies himself as the... Translation. Translation. There is only one accepted history. Translation. A book or data pad can be taken away, cheapening the value of what it contains. To commit it to paper or storage is to remove it from the people. Translation. Translation. You may choose to hear the history, or you may choose not to. Their history is a single entity that cannot be partitioned. Translation. The only exception is in continuing the tales once they have begun. If you leave, when you return, he will continue from where he left off. Translation. Translation. It begins with the ancient times. They were not sand people, for there was no sand. The land was green with life, and they walked without wrappings.
I have to remember, I can't ask questions or I will be shot.
Apart from the land, they built their walls high and saw beyond the horizon. They dared to reach the stars. Translation. There are no words for how long ago this was. It was before the outsiders, before the abduction, before the cities fell, before the builders. Cautionary. I should warn you, Master, that any questioning of their interpretation may be seen as trying to change the meaning of what was said. Clarification. They may consider this to be speaking the words in error, a blasphemy they would attempt to kill you for.
So yeah, no, sand people were totally,
Whatever you wish, Master.
pretty much humans.
Translation. Translation. His arrogant people touched the stars, and this sin drew the attention of the builders. The builders did not touch the stars, they lashed them to millstones. Translation. Great demons of metal stripped the world of its riches until all that was left was the green of the ground. The great cities were lifted away. Translation. Those that had used the wealth were taken along with it. Transgressors abducted to serve past the sky, seeding the stars with penitent, adaptable slaves. Cautionary. Clarification. I believe they were occupied by this technologically superior species for a substantial period. Stripping an entire planet of usable resources would have taken generations. Obvious. The
Alright, getting laughed at.
Obedient. I will... Translation. Translation. There came a time when the builders were also judged for their crimes. After generations, a plague weakened them, and the time of the Great War began. Translation. The builders faltered, and his people realized why they had been punished, so that they understood the crime, and would now strike down the greater offender. Translation. They worked chaos in the machines, so they destroyed themselves. The builders fought back, laying waste to the green that had been misused with fire from above. Translation. Soil became glass, grinding to sand, but the fight was long planned, and his people were safe. Deep in cave homes carved from valley wall, they were free. Translation. Editing, if I may, Master. This section of his tale details several millennia of the long walk, their nomadic wanderings as they accept their identity in a desert world. Rather than strain my circuits on his dialect, might we just assume there was much fighting over who has the biggest bantha and move on to more recent things? Translation. Translation. The tribes spread far, distant from each other, but all the sand people and all cherished the land that remained. The sand would not be misused. Translation. Then machines fell from the stars again, outsiders like you that brazenly walked apart from the land. And greater still was the insult to come. Translation. These outsiders reminded them of their past transgression, of the time when they too walked apart from land. The outsiders, your kind, looked like their ancient abducted. Translation. So it is to the current sons that the sand people hate all outsiders and give them no footing. You come again, time after time, adaptable slaves to the machine. Editing. The last 1,000 years are full of conflicts with different groups of attempted planetary settlers, all of whom are poorly described, long dead, and likely untraceable. I truncated it down to the usable bits and what was already said. I hope it is enough, Master.
Beautiful.
Cautionary. Remember my warning, Master. They may consider certain questions to be speaking the words in error.
Yeah, fuck it.
Obedient. Translation. Translation.
If you choose dark side, you could kill everyone right now. But that's not what we're doing, because we're an airbender. Fast travel. Alright, let's deal with Basila's mom real quick.
Apologies again from the off. I see that. Well, that is a very big headache that you've removed. I'm sure there are still sand people out there, but they'll be quieter now. I think I'll give you a bonus for this. You've more than lived up to your side of the bargain. Zerka Corporation thanks you. I'm sure.
Zapper combat suit, fuck yeah. Where are we going? To the cantina. He wanted to give me his mixed album. Trust. It's not worth the time. The fact that they gave me a dark side thing for just saying straight up no is dumb. But we're more neutral. Which is kind of cool, because the more light side we are means I have to use more force points in order to cast lightning. So the fact that we're neutral...
Go talk to the office if you want to complain about conditions here. Ida, seems like every other person I meet...
Bro, who's this dick?
Trouble? Why would I want to make trouble with you? Good.
You fight all these people in the bar.
I have the holocron, Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
But I'm nice. We're not going to start bar fights.
I've never denied you anything, Mother. You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living well. You were eager to send me to the Jedi, even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit. You don't know her. My mother is notoriously deceptive when she wants something.
Is it too difficult to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother. You're right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear.
Did you see that Twilight dancer in the background?
I know
Hilarious.
Father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said you were too dangerous.
Is that a tattoo machine in the background? Bzz, bzz.
I always tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but he would have none of it. It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the altar.
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone. Your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to.
Your treatments.
I'm dying, Master. I did not lie about that.
Damn.
It's been a long time in the country,
All the drama.
and there's really nothing that can be done. I told your father to let me go, but you know how he was. Stubborn. Like you.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I don't know what to say.
Keep the holocron, Master. It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I really needed before I know.
Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Well, you said you had important business, and you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter, you hear me? That's good. I'll feel a lot better knowing there's someone to watch over.
Where are you going to go?
It doesn't matter, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits.
But I already told you there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again when we can talk.
All right, I will. You do what you have to, Rastala. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother.
Dope.
How can I help? Yes, it brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it. After all my training, I would have thought it would be easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn.
We all have much to learn, yo.
I do. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time. I suppose I should just come out and say it.
You love me.
I have come to depend on you. Not just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well. I'm glad you're with us. Well, yes. No, I'm not. Why must you make this so difficult? I know my manner can be a bit taciturn. I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark side and everything else. I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors, being told so often how gifted and important I was until I was sick of it. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters. It's ironic, really. That's kind of you to say, but I know for myself it's not really true. Being controlled has kept everyone around me at arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most in need of my understanding and compassion. But maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you. I just thought I should tell you.
I love it.
Well, that was not nearly so difficult as I feared. Thank you for hearing me out. I feel much better. But enough soul searching for now. We should probably continue on with our mission.
Theory. What if I make everyone fall in love with me? I gotta talk to those Jawas real quick. And then we're completely done with Tatooine. Can you believe that? Completely done with Tatooine after talking to these little Jawas. Alright, friends, so yeah, that was all of Tatooine. So we got all of our lightsaber stuff, for the most part, that I can really think of that I want at this particular moment. So I'm just going to upgrade my sabers, change some of the characters' costumes, and catch you for the next planet. And there are more planets to come, so please hit the like and subscribe button. Follow our story, because, yeah, no, this is one of my personal favorites.